Update. My 29F boyfriend criticizes me constantly. So, I went at his place yesterday and acted exactly how he does. Was super critical. Did you go to work like this? You're sweating. Are you sure you want to eat this? How long did you brush your teeth for exactly? I swear once he said this to me like I didn't spend enough time brushing mine, ahaha. You have a zit here. Didn't give one single compliment, which is hard to me because I love complimenting people I care about. He then said something along the lines of, "You're mad at me and it shows." I said that the only thing I did was acting like he does instead of acting like I normally do. I just stopped making compliments and criticized everything. How do you like it when it's done to you? OMG, that's so petty. You should stop listening to every advice your friends give you. This is stupid. I don't think so because I need you to understand now. I am not going on like this. Well, you can count the comments I make and I'll make you a gift at the end of the year if I make more than 1,000 of them. This is not going on until the end of the year. I am ready to break up this instant if it doesn't change. I reflected on the situation and this is not going to be my life. This is a no-go. He understood, was really hurt, and said he would try to change after I repeatedly asked if it was fine by him. He sent me a text today detailing how great he thinks I am. Not what I asked for, but still cool, I guess. And we are traveling to Scotland tomorrow. I'll see how it goes then. I don't picture him as an abuser. I am sure he can do better and that it can work. Will let you know? Thanks again for all your super nice comments yesterday. It really helped me demand what I deserved. Original post. You get a present when he criticize you 1,000 times this year. That he even find it funny. He hurt her constantly and he makes a joke about. I wouldn't be surprised if he now do the opposite, love bombing, to keep her from leaving. And if she is safe again, it will be worse than before. Don't get pregnant. Goodness, get some self-respect and leave that asshole. You basically had to strong-arm him into treating you kindly and respectfully. Yikes. No one pictures their boyfriend as an abuser, so maybe drop that part from your mindset. I'd personally date people that don't need their shitty behavior thrown back at them to decide they don't like it, but you do you, I guess. He's grooming you to accept being abused. He's starting by wearing down your self-esteem. If he wasn't being abusive, he would have been horrified to learn his comments were bothering you at all. And who doesn't know constantly criticizing someone would be hurtful? How many times did you try and talk to him and he always turned it around as you're the problem? He called you petty for treating him the way he treats you. Then he wanted to continue doing it, but, he'll buy you a gift after a shit ton of criticism. I really hope you wake up and see how bad this is before it's too late. Just be careful. He'll probably try and do the same thing with lower intensity. You can't see it now, but he's likely already lowered your standards and expectations of how you want to be treated. People like this want to mold an unequal dynamic. Remember, it isn't your fault. I didn't think of my ex as an abuser until 6 months after we broke up and I realized how cruel she was to me. It took perspective. Well, if you are choosing to stay with him, as soon as he starts to coitizes you, correct him right away. Enjoy Scotland. My 28 female, straight boyfriend, 29 male, drunkenly made out with his male friend, and I can't let it go. Hello my dears. So, my boyfriend and I, have been dating for almost 11 years. We are high school sweethearts and moved in together into a beautiful apartment when we both finished university a bit more than 2 years ago. Our relationship, despite having had some ups and downs in the past, but which relationship doesn't? Has been going really well the last couple of years, but even better after we moved in together. I come from a quite difficult family with a divorce and war of roses going on between my parents, and for me it was a huge relief to get out of my childhood home and to create a safe haven with my boyfriend who has always been by my side and has always supported me. My boyfriend is one of the best people I know. He is a complete joker guy. Even after 11 years, he never fails to make me laugh, and he is very caring and affectionate. He truly is my best friend and the person I trust the most. On top of that, he is a very social person and has a ton of friends. So, a couple of months into us living together, my boyfriend and a couple of his guy friends went out to party. They sometimes do that in summer, that they get a handcart full of alcohol and a boombox, and just wander around the landscape, drink and have a good time. That night, I picked up my boyfriend and he told me that at some point during the day, he and one of his buddies had drunkenly made out with each other. However, he didn't tell me in I have a confession to make kind of way, but rather like a funny, you never believed what happened kind of way. TBH, I was a bit weirded out, but I didn't think too much of it and pretty much forgot it. Especially since my boyfriend and his guy friends tend to jokingly mess around when they're drunk and act like they hit on each other and stuff like that. And I swear to you, I never thought about it again for more than a year. Our relationship continued to be amazing, and I even met this friend at a party sometime after this, and I never had a "you kissed my BF" PTSD moment. However, a couple of months after that, we kinda went through a crisis. Nothing bad in terms of cheating etc. happened, it was just everyday life hitting us, and being stuck at home because of COVID finally got its toll on us. The crisis was also not because of the incident described above. We never got a diagnosis, but I'm fairly sure that my boyfriend went through a depressive phase during that time, especially because he's such an outgoing person and his social life was basically down to zero because of quarantine. We almost broke up, but realized how important we were to each other, and saved our relationship. And although this time was complete shit, I was kinda grateful for it, because it made us realize that we shouldn't take our relationship for granted, and that we have to constantly work for it. Our relationship was great again, maybe even better than before, now knowing what was at stake if we lost sight of each other again. So, fast forward almost a year. Relationship is going great, but unfortunately, because of our crisis, I became really anxious and insecure, and was constantly scared that something might break us up. Although I know that my boyfriend is crazy about me and worships the ground at my feet, and thus being really sensitive to everything. One morning at breakfast, we casually talk about stuff, and his drunk make-out session with his buddy came up. More than 1 year of not thinking about it. And suddenly, it pissed me off like hell, although it hadn't back when it actually happened. Of course my boyfriend noticed that something was up, and over the next couple of days we talked about it several times. He's extremely sorry that he hurt me like that, and he never thought about this incident as more than drunkenly fooling around with a friend. He said that this was the only time anything like this happened and that it will never happen again. He even considered not telling me, because he didn't want me to be upset, but decided to be honest so that I know that there's nothing to worry about. And of course, I believe all of that. Rationally, I believe him completely. And I don't want to lose this man who I've considered my best friend and my life partner for more than a decade because of something stupid like that. The thing is, it really bugs me that he kissed someone else, even though he's straight and it was a man. For me, physical intimacy is so exclusive to my relationship, that the thought of him kissing someone else, even if it was just fooling around, really upsets me. And I wouldn't mind a peck on the lips or something, but full-on making out is just crossing the line for me. And I told him that, and he accepted it and got the message, so now everything should be fine, I guess. But I just can't let it go, and I don't know why. I don't know why it suddenly bugs me so bad, more than a year later. Maybe it's because of our crisis and that I've grown so sensitive to everything. Do you guys have advice for me how I can let this issue go? I feel that this is really poisoning our relationship. I'm a straight guy. I've never jokingly made out with another man lol. It doesn't matter that it was a man. It is still cheating and you have every right to be upset. Why does it make it better he was straight and he kissed a man? Maybe he is not straight but bisexual. You don't know that because he might have never trusted you with that info. Treat it like you would have if it was another woman to put it in perspective. You thought you knew him and he broke your trust. That is why you can't let it go. Man or woman, drunk or not, it's still cheating. Whether it upset you at the time or not is irrelevant. It happened, and was completely inappropriate. Him making the statement that he thought about not telling you because it would upset you shows that he knows it was wrong. Your feelings are valid. At the very least you should go to couples counseling over it, and set clear boundaries for something like this to never happen again. I've been with my high school sweetheart for almost 20 years, and honestly I could never get over it. The sense of trust has been broken and the innocence of the relationship is gone. That's just me though, and you have to do what's best for your heart. But when I give the homies a goodnight kiss, Society calls me gay. You guys are so black and white. The fact that you are this alone in this comment section is crazy to me. Completely normal to make out another straight guy for shits and giggles with it being a big thing where I'm from. This comment section screams USA at me. My soon-to-be ex has been cheating on me with her boss ever since we got together. Me, 28M, and my soon-to-be ex, 27F, have been together for 3 years. She's smart, has a good sense of humor, we have a lot in common, she's gorgeous, and she works a very high-paying job in business development. Everything seemed to be fine. We were planning to get married in a few months, and then just now she decided to tell me that she has been cheating on me with her boss from the start and told me the whole story. It's a really long story, but she's been sleeping with him ever since she was an intern. She said that she always knew this is wrong, but at first she was okay with it. When we got together she wanted to stop sleeping with him, but he coerces her, and she doesn't want to risk losing her job. She said that nowadays she hates it and it feels like rape, but she still says she can't say no to him. She doesn't want to go to the police, she doesn't want to look for another job somewhere else, and I mean, from what I see she's comfortable with the situation. She believes she wouldn't get another job as high-paying as her current one. I wonder why. Sarcasm. This guy is married with kids. She said that his wife knows he cheats on her, but she just pretends nothing is happening. A few other people from their work know about them too, and apparently I was the only one not aware of this. She said they always use protection and that she never meant to hurt me. I'm pissed off. I already know what I have to do. I need to break up with her. But it still feels so hard breaking up. I can't get past this, and she's not saying this will change anytime soon. Even if she promised she'd change, I wouldn't trust her at this point. I'm just venting because I'll meet her tomorrow to talk and officially break things up. Tell HR get them both fired and tell his wife to. Yay mate, I'd run as fast as I can from that situation. Hey. Look at the bright side, at least you found out now, not after you married her. Report her boss to HR while you're at it. You dodged a very expensive and emotional time-wasting bullet. You just won the lottery. The next 3-6 months is going to hurt. It will pass. Best of luck to you. Why the long post? Don't waste any more of your time on trash. You deserve better than this and you know it. Get rid of her and find the right person for you. I'm really sorry. I would inform her parents or at the least her friends. Either she's truly being coerced and is suffering some serious mental issues, in which case she needs help, or she's just enjoying being his side piece and trying to spin a story so you don't think she's a horrible person. Sister tells me she has a crush on the same guy and doesn't want me to pursue him anymore. So my sister, 21F, and I, 24F, have always been best friends. We're in the same friend group and this group of people is truly the best friends I've ever had. But there's one guy. Let's just call him John. I found I like spending time with the most and eventually grew a crush on. My sister was naturally the first one I told. When I asked if she liked anyone she said no. When I told her I liked John she reacted positively. I told one of mine and John's mutual friends and she told me I should go for it, and even a friend I didn't tell has tried to get us together a couple times because he can see the chemistry. So I was feeling pretty positive about it, but I know John has some trauma from a past relationship, as do I. So I was taking it slow and hadn't told him yet, but things were going good. Tonight though, as I was driving me and my sister home, she said, "Do you remember when I said I didn't like anyone?" I lied, I kinda have a thing for John. When I didn't say anything she continued, "So this is a messy situation, huh?" I nodded. And then she said, "So I just guess that neither of us will do anything about our crushes?" I couldn't respond because while I love my sister to death I don't want to just give up on John. I think it's almost cruel for her to give me the go-ahead and let me try for this long just to want me stop completely. But I also don't want to hurt her. I know how much it hurts when the person you like gets with someone else. Any advice on how to continue would be really appreciated. Wow, this is a messy situation. Honestly, if you get with John, would your sister back off? Or do you think maybe somewhere down the line she might try to go for him? My sister and I were the best of friends too, and she tried seducing my husband because she was extremely attracted to him. It's weird your sister didn't say something when you told her you had a crush on John. IDK though, honestly I wish you the best. Nope, you tell the guy right now you got a crush on him. You're both adults, not children, act like it. Tell her that her chance to say something has passed and you fully intend to keep pursuing things. Why does she deserve to have dibs on a guy over you? Challenge her to armed combat. I think you should profess your feelings to him. If he feels the same way, your sis really can't say much.